Hi all, I'm having a bit of a tough time at the moment and I'm not sure what to do. A few days ago I was watching TV in my studio flat when I thought I could see a dark splotch in my vision. You know, the sort of weird dot you get when you look at a bright light. I couldn't look directly at the dot as it would move as my eye did. I put it down to tiredness and went to bed thinking nothing of it. Upon waking, it seemed to be gone. I went to work as usual. I work in an elderly care home as a nursing assistant. My job mainly entails making sure that the residents get their prescribed medication, taking care of any physical needs relating to medical conditions, and laying out the body after death. The home that I work at is a 70-room accommodation, so not a small home by any means. Death is a regular part of the job. Not the main role, but we do take it very seriously to make every dying resident as comfortable as possible, with as much dignity as their situations allow. It was that day, when I was at work, when I noticed the dark spot again. It was in the same eye, but not in the same place. I found that this time it was floating around my eye a bit. I was starting to feel concerned that it may be a partially detached retina. I wasn't in any pain, so my plan was to make an appointment at the local opticians. It was later that day when it happened. I went into one of our residents' rooms. She was on end-of-life care and so in a deep sleep she would not be waking from. As I walked past her bed to make a note on her observation chart, I noticed that the splotch in my vision had settled over her face. Unsettled, I moved my head left and right, only for the splotch to remain over her face. I could still see her face through the dark spot, and it was still only in one eye, the right. No matter what position I took in the room, the mark was still over her. As I left the room, the spot receded to be just a dot, still floating in my eye. I felt rattled and out of sorts. The resident died before her next observation. It was 3 days later when I was in the home's common room, when it happened again. The common room is a large room, with armchairs in a semicircle around a large television on one side, and a cafe-style table and chairs on the other. 2 male residents were sat at a table and chairs playing a card game. Both of them are true gents, an absolute pleasure to be around. The splotch was back in my vision of my right eye, settled over the face of one of the men. Again, no matter what way I looked, the mark was over him. I started to feel incredibly uneasy. I approached the guys and started a conversation, trying not to look distressed at the apparent hallucination I was having. The guys exchanged a little banter with me, mock-chastising me for checking up on them when they are so obviously fine, and I left it at that. My shift finished and I went home. It was at the start of my following shift when I was told that one of the gentlemen had died during the night. It was the one who had been marked by the spot in my vision. So now I'm sitting at the staff room at work where one of the junior carers have come in and sat down with me, and the spot is back, settled over her young face. And I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.